Hi guys, I'm Shmi, hello and welcome back to the channel where of course it is amazing to have my Senna back home in the garage. But I tell you what, up to this point, I've not actually yet taken it out for a drive. Unfortunately, with the atrocious weather and the new Trofeo R semi-slick tyres, that is not the best combination and we need to be looking after this thing. So as soon as it dries out and we have better weather, it will be time to go for my next or first drive. Having not driven the car for now about 6 months, I cannot wait to get it out and be reminded what it's like. But in the meantime, today I'm going to take you on a trip to Italy for something rather special to do with my Senna. Now of course this thing is about as track focused and brutal as a supercar can be. I've actually got my helmet here that matches with it, a gift from my dealer McLaren Manchester that matches with the spec of the car, because that is going to tie on to what we're going to be talking about now to do with the luggage and storage. So the Senna, unlike other mid-engine supercars, does not have any front luggage space. No front bonnet, boot, storage, whatever you want to call it. In fact, just some large radiators and fans down there. What it has instead, which they talked about when the car was originally launched, is inside the cabin, if we just open this up quickly, of course a very focused and brutal interior. Back here, behind the bulkhead, you have this small area where effectively you can store 2 helmets. You've got a great view through there towards the engine as well. But what ends up happening is they would rattle against the exposed carbon fibre of the chassis of the mono cage that goes all the way over the top. But what we're going to do today is find a solution for that by heading to Italy to head to Schedoni, who make the fitted luggage sets for the Senna. So let me update you then from over there. Welcome to Schedoni in Modena, the supercar heartland in Italy, where we're going to take a quick look around, go for a quick tour. But I'd like to take in some of the incredibly special and significant memorabilia that they've got here before we get over to this table, where inside those 3 bags, we've got the fitted luggage set for my Senna. There are some very nice touches, as well as one surprise that I didn't actually know about before today that make this even more epic. So Schedoni actually started out as a shoe manufacturer. More recently, they did a collaboration with Puma, but then in the 70s the owner of the company wanted to make a set of fitted luggage for his Ferrari 308. That was then seen by Ferrari, who went on to have them producing the official factory luggage set for cars, which they now do with the likes of Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, Bugatti, Rolls-Royce, Pagani, Aston Martin, McLaren and many more. These are also the factory specification kits for the Urus, Hurricane Evo, Aventador SVJ, and they've also done a number of other projects like this, for example, a limited edition book inside this case for Michael Schumacher, only 91 copies. That was a €12,000 package as well, but it is very special. Can't show you through all of that right now, but just get a quick idea for what it's about. But if we come back here, have a look at this, some seriously significant Formula 1 history. So Schedoni used to make the seat covers for the Ferrari Formula 1 cars directly with Enzo Ferrari. So this is Jean Alesi's seat, that's the hide from Alain Prost. Here we've got one from Rene Arnoux. I've done a video of Rene before. This is a really special one. This is Michael Schumacher's first ever Formula 1 race winning seat cover. Another one from Michael Schumacher as well there. But you get the point. They're making these bespoke luggage sets for different manufacturers. This hide, for example, for the Rolls-Royce leather, that's €135 per square metre, but also some pretty distinct special pieces. This, for example, it's made from carbon fibre, this trolley case, but the wheels, actually, if I just pivot this, just like on the cars, the wheels actually stay upright. You can spot the Rolls-Royce logo, doesn't rotate with the bag. How smart is that? Very cool. I'm just going to come around and show you these quickly, the ordering kits that the dealerships would have. So this is the Urus, for example, and inside here, this is all made by Schedoni. You have the various different samples for the elements of the car, so the seat belts, the carpets, you've got the interior trims, all of the leathers, the paint colours. You can even take out these samples for the stitching and see what they look like as the contrast stitch over the top of the different leathers, all designed by Schedoni. I love these kind of things when you're actually speccing up a car. They make these magnificent kits. That's actually a carbon fibre suitcase for the Murcielago. Behind that, the Bentley Continental GT. But let's go back a little bit just before we get to my cases to go and see how these are made. It all starts with taking the CAD renderings from the manufacturers to work out the size and do the designs for the luggage, but then you get here to the materials. For all of the luggage sets, they are made from the exact same hides, the same leathers as the interior of the car. So for example, you have the hides for Bentleys, you've got the brighter colours over there for Lamborghinis, lots for McLaren and Ferrari, and then they go from those into the final fitted set that you can see here. For example, this is a set of the 4 trolley cases for the Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, a black leather interior with the red accents, the red contrast, and the red stitching, just like on my Lusso's set, but there's a lot more, of course, that happens to get to that. This is the cutting of the pieces. It's just been completed. This leather is vacuumed down to the table. You can see the projected outlines where it's then going to cut to make sure that they get no negative parts or blemishes, and then they're literally cut and ready to be stitched. And just like that, it's all ready to go on to the next stage. Some of the pieces, of course, then get embossed. You can see the Cavallino Rampante there, the prancing horse, and you can see a lot of the different embossings that are used as well. The molds for this, the EB logo, the Bugatti logo, McLaren, Pagani, all of the different manufacturers here. As well as the embossing, you also have the embroideries and the stitching, again, the same materials. And have a look at these zip pulls with the Bentley Bs on them too. Very nice details coming through. That's an inside liner with the Ferrari logos for some Ferrari luggage. On this side, we've got an Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato shooting brake set, or parts of it. This is the garment case, which has the same Zagato embroideries on it there that you get on the seats and the door cards of the car. This is a shoe case that goes inside the main garment bag, and all of these have plaques inside with the chassis number, with the car's number. Remember, there are only 99 shooting brakes, all part of the larger set. And have a look at these as well. The Z's also there on the back of the pull for that zipper as well. And then we also have our first look at a piece of luggage for the Senna. This is one of the helmet cases. You can see the carbon fibre. It dictates which side it's going to be on, but mine is like this, but with a few more touches. Let's go over then and take a look. This means that it is time then to take a look. So we're going to start with this one by one. I'm going to save the best till last, but let me show you what we've got inside of these bags. And this is where it starts to get very, very special. So the idea here is that storage space behind the Senna seats can fit 2 of these, the helmet cases, and have a look at this. 281, that's my car's chassis number out of the 500, but we've got the MSO cerulean blue stitching around that, also around over the top, and this is carbon fibre, more stitching as well. Wow, this is really, really cool. And it says on the side, this is for the left side. It has a handle so that you can push it through the middle and then twist it around and have it stored away to the side. And just so you can see this, even on the zippers, we've got the little McLaren speed mark symbol as well. Open this up, you can see on the inside, of course, with the packaging at the moment, brand new. There we go, McLaren by Schedoni. Wow, this is really, really special. So, we've got 2 of these. Those would go either side. Let me open up the other one very quickly. That is in here. This is really, really nice. I love these kind of things. The small details that go with a car that really personalise it and finish it off. Left and right. Amazing. So let's keep that one this way up. Actually pop it like this. Now this, what happens when you put in the 2 helmets is you have that small storage space between them. And this is where you put, it even says C for centre, the final piece shaped. I never realised that that storage space could fit that much. That's what fitted luggage does. It makes it possible to use the available space for as much as possible. And here you could put your shoes or, well, whatever else it may be that you've got on you. But come in closer. Let me show you what is inside this. A really, really special detail. Actually, just quickly, the embossing there of the McLaren Senna on the Alcantara. And just remember again, this is the exact same as in my car. The same materials, the same colour thread, the same everything. But inside this, we have a little surprise that I didn't know about before, and that is this. A McLaren Senna racing suit. Let me open this up, just so you can see this. How cool is this? Union Jack, Shmi 150, the cerulean blue accents to match with the car, and on the back, McLaren Senna, Schedoni, here in Modena since 1880. What a lovely, lovely touch to go with the car. This kind of memorabilia is priceless to go with a car as special as this, to help to just be part of the experience. and to use as well in the car. Next time we go to the racetrack, helmets in these, and I think a suit and other bits and pieces go in the centerpiece. Wow, amazing. I can't say thank you enough to Schedoni. This is speechless, lost for words, epic. I'm now particularly intrigued by what you're going to see in about a minute or two, but when we've packaged up the luggage, safely transported it back to the UK, and we're in the garage with the Senna to test out how all of that is going to fit behind the seats. And I say it like this because instinctively that is not exactly the largest amount of space back there, and I'm not quite sure how all of those are going to fit, but we will find out very shortly. The Senna is not exactly a car designed with luggage capacity and touring at the forefront of its objectives, which is why the cases are designed for helmets. If you want a car that's more practical, that's what the Speedtail is for. The Senna is about going to the track. So behind the seats, you've got the bulkhead that makes up part of the carbon monocage. You've got a narrow opening and a little bit of space on either side, which, well, when they released it, they said was just going to be large enough to fit 2 helmets plus the other things you would need to go racing. So you'd put in one bag to the left, you'd put in the second bag to the right, and even the straps like this are designed to take up as little space as possible. And because it's the original luggage for the car, that means Schedoni have the 3D diagrams and drawings before it's even revealed to take the measurements and make sure it all fits. So when the helmets are in place, you pop in the centre bag, which of course sits just in front of that window that you have behind going through towards the engine, and that's, well, for all of the other bits and pieces that you might want, in this case for the racing suit that's inside it. But when I'm looking at this, I'm wondering how all of that is going to work, because I've tried to put things back there before, much smaller things, and I think due to being awkward shapes, I've not been so successful. So we're going to package this back up into the dust covers for the time being, get them back home, and find out how it's actually going to work. But for the moment, a huge thanks to Schedoni for matching these perfectly to my car, and of course the nice bonus of the race suit inside. So fast forward to London, let's see how it's going to go. Welcome back then to London. The package has arrived, and amusingly this was actually quite a long time ago, but we are now here with the car, with the luggage, which I have placed on the rear spoiler. After all, it is a giant shelf or picnic table or something like that. But what we're going to do then is pop these inside to see how this works. So let me just open up the passenger door so you guys can have a look through here. I'm going to come around to the other side, and trust me when I say this right now, the fact that you can fit all of those in there is exactly why you have fitted luggage, because instinctively you don't think that's going to work. Anyway, what I'm going to do is take the one for the driver's side around first, have a quick look inside, try and get the torch on if we can so that you can see a little bit more back here. So I'm going to delicately lean back in. The way to do this basically is to squeeze it through the middle and kind of rotate it round. It fits in just to the side, and of course you could have travel luggage in there. Oh, I've taken off one of the covers by mistake. You could have travel luggage, you could have anything. It doesn't have to be helmets. It's just a way of maximising the amount of usage that you can get out of this space. So let's take the second one around, give this a go as well, see how we can do with this one. This is actually the first time I'm putting them in, so I can get this right. That just shuffles in just like that. One more. Of course you could just travel with just those helmet bags, but by grabbing the final one, this should squeeze into the middle. It is a shape designed just for the purpose. Of course it's got a bit of stuffing and padding inside at the moment, but that goes in just like that. Perfect. That's how you do it. That's how you fit the Schedoni fitted luggage into the Senna. We've got the blue stitching and the black Alcantara that matches exactly with what we have on the seats. You can see here on the headrest pad, you've got that cerulean blue stitching, the black Alcantara, all exactly the same on the fitted luggage as it is on the seats and the rest of the interior as well. Very, very nice. That all works perfectly. And like I said, that is the way to make use of not very much space, plus a very nice thing to have with the car, along with the amalgam model that you've seen that's also being assembled, a few other personalised items, of course the helmet that I showed you earlier on as well, that matches exactly with my car, thanks to the guys at McLaren Manchester. They even put the Shmee 150 logo on the back of it, and my VIN number up on the top, just like the luggage. But all of these details, all of these small things, this is a very, very special car, a very significant car, and it's part of the experience of them to have these other bits and pieces that go with them. So I cannot say thank you enough to the guys at Schedoni. I'm very, very excited about having that. Also a thing to keep, to use, to also have in the man cave as well in the future too. But I think that's it for now. Finally, we have the Senna back. Hopefully very soon we will have an opportunity to take it out and go and drive, and I cannot wait. So thank you very much as always for watching, guys. That is it for now, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.